Welcome to the Heal Your Hunger Show, where we get to the heart of why you overeat and how to stop. If you struggle with food and weight like I did, welcome home.
Welcome everybody to the Heal Your Hunger Show. So happy to have you here. It is a great day to be alive. And I just want to cover 7 really important reasons why you might want to quit sugar. Okay. This might be your time. So before I get into that, I want to tell you that I'm recording this live in the Secret Sauce group. This is a group on Facebook that's private, but we're happy to have you join us. It's private and it's all about how to overcome emotional eating. I pop in there with recordings from my podcast, also with guest speakers, and anything Heal Your Hunger is up to. You know about it first when you're in the Secret Sauce group, but also support. We just give you lots of support. You can ask questions. It's a nice place to hang out. If you're somebody who can't seem to get control of food, get control of sugar, get control of your weight, and you're tired of dieting, okay, that's a no diet zone. So if you want to learn how to make peace with food, have a sense of control around food without dieting, that's what we talk about in the Secret Sauce group. So please join us there. Just go to Facebook and type in the Secret Sauce to end emotional eating. And I will be sharing about my Quit Sugar Challenge, which, by the way, is coming up like soon, right around the corner. Go to quitsugarchallenge.com and sign up now. Do not try to quit sugar alone because you probably won't be able to. It's hard when everybody's out there pushing it. So join us for the Quit Sugar Challenge. We have lots of support, amazing information, and you get to follow, literally, I give you a step-by-step process for quitting sugar and just clearing it out of your diet, including mindset calls that help you with the mind chatter of, ooh, I don't know if I can do it. It's too hard. Maybe I was just kidding when I said I wanted to, because the mindset part is such a big part of the whole thing. So join us. I can't wait to see you there. On with the show. Sometimes you might wonder, should I quit sugar or shouldn't I quit sugar? You know, it's kind of my favorite thing and it sort of keeps me company, and how would I reward myself otherwise? Or what's the big deal at a donut here or there? So I want to address that and tell you 7 reasons why you should be sugar free. Okay. So you know, I know that you know how hard it is when you have sugar binges. I know you know, if you're here, why it feels bad when we go overboard with sugar. But then we forget that, right? We have sort of this amnesia where we forget what happens to us when we eat sugar. And then we're like, oh, maybe I could have some, or the cookie, plate is going around. And you're like, oh, I just want to have one. So I want to go through with you and just remind you why you might want to quit sugar. You may not want to quit sugar. No problem. I'm not here to take sugar away from anybody, but because I am doing my Quit Sugar Challenge next week, and because it will basically transform your life, I want to tell you a little bit about why you might want to quit sugar. So I'm somebody who was a total sugar addict. Okay, so I have had my time with sugar and a bad time with sugar. I've had some good times, not going to lie. Sugar is amazing in all the beautiful products that we find it. But because I'm somebody who couldn't really moderate my sugar intake, I would typically go overboard. I would miss the mark. I'd shoot right past it. I'd eat more than one. I'd eat the whole bag. I'd eat the whole container. And then I'd be feeling like crap. So if that's you, put it in the chat. Go ahead and put down below. Just, I just want to make sure I'm talking to the right people here. If you go overboard with sugar when you eat it, let me know, because it's a bad feeling, right? And that's what we do here in the group, is we talk about things that other people might not understand. And it just creates identification. It helps us feel like, hey, we're not alone. We're not the only ones who have had sugar binges. But yeah, my sugar binges were bad. They're bad. They're out of control. I felt sick too many times to count because I couldn't moderate. and many well-meaning people will tell us to moderate, like just have one, just eat one, not realizing that's not easy for some of us, especially if we're emotional eaters. Part of the deal is that we can't moderate, and moderation is not a word that we really can relate to, even though on paper it's a good idea. So here are the reasons why you might want to stop eating sugar, besides the fact that you feel like crap when you go overboard. So here's the deal. The first one is that, and I'm going to give it to you straight. And you wouldn't think of this, okay? But I'm going to tell it to you right off the bat. Sugar causes premature aging. Yes, wrinkles. That's what I'm talking about. Sugar causes wrinkles. So if you want to have good looking skin, if you want to not have to spend too much money, on cosmetics or Botox or even more, you can use your imagination. If you want to just have good looking skin, period, cut sugar out of your diet. Sugar basically erodes the elasticity in our skin. Yeah, it causes our face to fall. Okay. And who wants that? Not me. So honestly, my skin has never looked better since quitting sugar. It keeps things a little taut. Okay. So if you are spending money on Botox and fillers and things like that, it's much cheaper. It's a much cheaper way to go to stop eating sugar. Okay. The second reason why you might want to quit sugar is that, for obvious reasons, it leads to binging. So if you're somebody who does go overboard, I want to tell you right now, it's actually easier to say no to sugar, to not try to moderate, than it is to eat some sugar. So if you are a sugar binger, and put it in the chat if you're a sugar binger, it's actually easier to quit sugar altogether, stop eating it altogether. And this was my experience. I, tried to moderate my sugar intake. I tried to eat just one cookie or a few cookies, but, time and time again, I'd lose control and I'd binge. And I found that eating no cookies was actually better than eating some cookies, because obviously I wouldn't lose control if I didn't start. So I'm just saying, if you do lose control, it's easier to say no to any sugar than to try to play this game, this Russian roulette with sugar. And when I say sugar, obviously, I mean products that have sugar in them. All right. So that's another reason. One of my favorite sayings is none is better than some. Okay. So just think of that. None is better than some next time somebody offers sugar to you. The next thing I want to say is that if you have intentions to lose weight, the best thing you can do is cut sugar out of your diet. Why? Is because sugar causes weight gain. The products that have sugar in them are usually high calorie products. They're products that make us gain weight. They're products that we probably shouldn't be eating if we want to lose weight. Now, you may think that's a raw deal. I don't want to quit eating sugar. I like the products. They taste good. I don't want to feel deprived. And I'm here to tell you, you can actually use substitutes, use swaps. What I do in my Quit Sugar Challenge is I show people all the different ways they can enjoy their food, eat yummy foods. I mean, I'm talking anything: chocolate, ice cream, muffins, pancakes, granola, anything. There are so many swaps for foods that have sugar in them that won't make you feel addicted, that won't keep you feeling hooked and binging, and yet you can enjoy your food. So that was really good news for me. And that's why I make sure that my Quit Sugar Challenge includes that. Literally a whole day or a whole class during the week, we spend talking about swaps. And I give you every swap I got. Okay. And I've been up and down the aisles in Whole Foods, reading labels and finding really tasty products that have no sugar in them, but will satisfy your sweet tooth. So that's really, really important. So if you are somebody who has intentions to lose weight, learn the swaps. Okay. Quit sugar so that you can lose weight. So you aren't eating high calorie foods. I mean, any food that has sugar in it is going to be higher calorie than one that doesn't, more than likely. And so it's easier to lose weight if you don't eat sugar. For one, you're not going overboard and having these binges that will totally sabotage your weight loss efforts. But also you'll be eating foods that satisfy your sweet tooth that aren't as high in calories. Okay. So that's just another good reason to be sugar-free. The next one I want to suggest to you is that sugar affects our mood. Have you noticed if you struggle with depression or anxiety or just mood swings, if you're erratic in your moods, cutting sugar out of your diet will help tremendously. Because let's face it, sugar gives us highs and then lows, okay? Highs and crashes. That makes us very unstable, makes us moody. If you're yelling at your kids, if you're getting aggravated by people and you just feel like you're stiff and constrained and pissed off and aggravated, guess what? It could be because you have sugar in your diet. Sugar will do that to you. It'll give you erratic mood swings, and it'll cause depression because ultimately it's a depressant, kind of like alcohol is, to have sugar. Yes, we can be crazy happy when we eat sugar, but then we always have to pay the price with the crash. And I just will tell you, it's so much easier to feel happy, to feel emotionally even when you aren't going on that sugar roller coaster ride. So if you are struggling with depression and anxiety, cut sugar out of your diet first. Medication may be in your future. I don't know. Obviously, there are natural ways to improve your mood. But the number one thing I think any health practitioner worth their salt is going to first suggest that you cut sugar out of your diet, because that could be a big culprit of your mood swings, of your depression. The next thing I would suggest, just saying, if you want to be healthy, if you want to avoid things like diabetes, things like autoimmune issues, things like prediabetes or metabolic syndrome, you got to cut sugar out of your diet. Friends, I can't even tell you. I mean, if you, again, go to any health practitioner with any kind of symptoms that you have in your body, if they're worth their salt, if they're awake, they're going to suggest as a first line of defense, or a first or second or third line of defense, a better diet, right? Diet affects everything. It affects our bodies in so many ways. And sugar is so unhealthy for us. There are no redeeming factors to eating sugar. So if you want to improve your health, if you want to avoid prediabetes and diabetes, if you want to improve your heart, if you want to improve your blood vessels, if you want to improve your gut, your brain, right? Your mental clarity, whatever it is, you got to cut sugar out of your diet. Sugar causes inflammation. Inflammation causes disease. Got to cut sugar out of your diet. And I'm going to show you how in my upcoming Quit Sugar Challenge. So don't let yourself say, oh, but I can't, I've tried. Guess what? If you haven't done the Quit Sugar Challenge, you haven't tried the best way to quit sugar, which is having a plan. Okay. You got to have a plan. And in my Quit Sugar Challenge, we talk about where sugar is hiding in your food. We teach you how to read the labels, find the many hidden sugars that are in the healthy foods that you're eating, so you don't get tripped up. We talk about emotional eating, because guess what? The reason why it's hard to quit sugar usually is because we're emotionally attached to it. So we address that, and as well as the swaps, which will give you nice, yummy, tasty alternatives. So I'm going to show you how to quit sugar in a much easier way than you might have before. Now, another reason besides being healthy, besides having longevity, is, I have to tell you, I just mentioned it, mental clarity, not only getting rid of brain fog on a physical level, but getting rid of the noise in your head. Have you ever noticed that when there's sugar around and you're addicted, all you can think of is sugar? All you can think of is, ooh, I want to get some of that candy, or ooh, I want to get one of those brownies. How am I going to do it without looking like a piggy? And how am I going to have more without anybody noticing I'm having more? Or how am I going to, score some of my favorite chocolate on the way home from work? Or, all kinds of thoughts and feelings, not to mention the self-recrimination after we eat the sugar and have a sugar binge. Why did I do that? What's wrong with me? I can't believe I went overboard again. Oh my God, it's exhausting, isn't it? Obsessing about food, obsessing about where we're going to get food, obsessing about how to eat the food without having it cost us too much, without gaining the weight, how to get the weight off after we've eaten the sugar, how we're going to basically, find a new weight loss plan that helps us get the weight off. It just never stops. The obsession with sugar never stops when we're engaging. And I tell you, there's something so fabulously freeing about just cutting it out, like just cutting it out. Friends, when I go to Trader Joe's and they're serving up something yummy, like they do, if it's something with sugar in it, it's like, no, thank you. Can't do it. Like, I'm just not interested. When I'm out with friends, it's so clear to me when it's a yes and when it's a no. So I don't spend all this mind space figuring it out, trying to like, should I, shouldn't I, how much can I get away with? What am I going to do afterwards to get the calories, burnt? You know what I'm saying, right? The mental noise. It's a really good reason to quit sugar. It just makes life so much easier. My clients, friends are so happy to be sugar-free. They're so happy to be sugar-free and to just, be healthier, but not have all the equivocation, all that should I, shouldn't I, all that noise and mental obsession. Because let's face it, that obsession, it takes up time. Don't you have better things to do with your time than to obsess about food? Yeah, I think so. But food obsession takes up so much time. I used to spend so many hours thinking about food, and that's just gone now because it's off the table. So that's a really good reason to be sugar-free. And I also want to tell you that I think one of the best reasons, absolutely best reasons, is that you'll feel good. Right? What better reason is there than you can feel so much better than you feel right now? You can live in freedom. You can feel good. You can have energy. And friends, when we feel good, we look good. Even if you don't lose a pound, when you're not eating sugar, you just feel lighter. You feel happier. You feel happy about your choices, and your skin clears up. There's so many benefits. But the best one is you just feel better mentally, physically, spiritually. You just feel better because food's not in the way. All that noise isn't in the way. You deserve to feel great this year. I want that so much for you. Now, I am going to show you how in my Quit Sugar Challenge. I'm going to put the link below. Just join us. It's $17. That's crazy. $17. You can join us. It's 5 days. I give you so much. Like we do a mindset call. We do the Quit Sugar Challenge class itself. You get a whole workbook. You even get some other bonuses that are incredible, like recipes. I even give you a copy of my book. Shh, don't tell anyone. But for $17, you get all that. If you join us for VIP, which is a little bit more money, you hang out with me for, after class every single day. I answer your questions. We talk a lot about how to be healthy, how to be happy. It's just a lot of fun. So anyway, this is my gift to you. And please join us. You'll be so glad you did. You're worth it. You're worth the time. You're worth feeling good. I'll go back over the 7 reasons to be sugar-free. For 1, you'll have less wrinkles. Who doesn't want that? Number 2, it leads to binging. Number 3, it's hard to lose weight without it. Number 4, sugar makes you tired, depressed, and anxious. Number 5, some of your health issues that you're struggling with will be much improved if you quit sugar, and you'll avoid health issues if you don't have any yet, I promise. Number 6, too much noise in your head. Cut out the noise. Clear sugar out of your diet, make it so much simpler come mealtime or any other time. And the last one is because you'll feel great. You'll feel great and you deserve that. So I hope that's helpful, short and sweet. Yeah, let's do this together in the Quit Sugar Challenge. I can't wait to be with you. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And it's hard to do. Quitting sugar is hard to do without support because there's too much sugar around. Everybody's pushing it. They make it look all pretty. And it seems like it's no big deal. But if you're addicted, you know it's a big deal because you know how bad you feel when you go overboard. So let me support you. Let's do this together. I can't wait. Thanks so much. Sending you so much love. Mwah. Please comment below with any thoughts you have. I'd love to support you. Take care.
If you enjoyed this podcast and want to get free support, insider health info, exclusive invites to events, and more, visit healyourhunger.com.